This week's episode of Diggnation is brought to you by GoDaddy.com, GV.com,
and Dolby's new 21.7 surround sound. Really? We need that many speakers? It's high definition.
True HD.
Welcome to Diggnation.
Also potentially hazardous to your health.
All right, moving on. Why do you have flies in your freaking house? I noticed this earlier.
It's Southern California and I have fruit.
You put zombie and you put eerie in the title, and I don't want to do it. Diggnation.com. Hello, welcome to Diggnation episode number 106. I'm Kevin Rose.
And I'm Alex Albrecht. Diggnation covers some of the hottest user-submitted stories on the social news website, dig.com. That's digg.com.
Yes. Thank you for joining us. We are in San Francisco today.
That is right, and we are killing some beers. This is sort of old school. We've had Sapporo before. Speaking of which, I was on my way up here. Random guy says hi to me while I'm waiting for Prager to pick me up. Lives in Japan.
This happens in San Francisco?
No, he lives in Japan, and he was like, well, if you guys are in Japan again, look me up. I want to hook you up with some stuff. I was like, dude, done.
And he knew the show. It just wasn't some random guy inviting you to Japan.
No, I don't know what he was up for.
All right.
No, of course. He's like, just so you know, you have fans all over the world. And I was like, thank you, Robert.
Dude, speaking of which, let's announce it today, because, no, listen, if we announce like we're doing a trip, then like it has to kind of happen, right? We did that with Japan.
Is this about
I want to go to New Zealand. I want to go to New Zealand.
We've talked about going to New Zealand. You can announce whatever you want.
I need to scout it out. I need to look for locations.
First off, I've been there. Epic.
Right.
Epic.
I've never been.
We could do a show from Paikakariki.
That sounds great.
Which is actually really pretty.
We should do it.
Well, we're going to try to maybe go to Japan.
Let's do this. Let's get emails from people seeing where, if there are fans in New Zealand, just out of curiosity.
Any Kiwis out there?
Email us, Diggnation fans.
Go All Blacks.
gmail.com.
Yes.
Right.
So you may have noticed I no longer have my goatee.
What happened to the goatee? I didn't even notice that.
Yeah, well, some people notice.
Well, it was very 1993.
It was. You know, I did it. Like I said, I did it for a while just to test it out.
And the girlfriend didn't find it rough at all.
Well, I don't go clean shaven all that much, so it was it was less scratchy than the sandpaper that is my face.
So do you use the razor that kind of makes it still a little bit rough, where like you shave and there's still like a little bit of something left over?
Well, I used to, but now I'm going to try just straight up clean shaven. I'm a little stubbly today, but I'm going to try straight up baby's butt clean shaven for a little while and see what happens.
That's nice.
We'll see what happens. You know, this is flavor.
Good.
Shall we get what?
Yes, before we get started, I got to show you this new trick. I figured out a way to get my cat to come at any time. Watch this. This is a laser pointer pin.
Yeah.
And the second I make this noise, she'll come running in here. Watch this.
Okay. It's like magic.
Where is she? Here she comes. Pan. She's very interested. Oh, here she comes. Come on.
This is going to be the video of you dying.
Okay. Here, look.
You're like, I bet it's...
All right. She's not going to do it. She won't.
I will say I do like...
There she comes.
Well, not on my shit. Hi.
All right.
How are you, kitty?
Anyway, it was going to be a very awesome demo, but I guess she decided not to perform.
Yes, it was more of an old school demo where nothing worked.
So,
shall we get into it, Kevin? All right.
First story of the day, will it blend the iPhone? 7,300 people dug this story, submitted by X24X. Says the title says it all. Now, we decided that we were going to talk about, I didn't even notice that, our iPhone stories, because we both got iPhones. Explain what happened. We should get the breakdown, because people are like, you weren't waiting in line, you guys said you were. And then it turned out...
So this is what happened. We were going to sit in line. Actually, it was your idea, because I wasn't planning originally to get an iPhone. And what basically happened was Kevin was like, let's do an episode from the line in Palo Alto.
Right.
And so we thought, yeah, this is great, and we shoot the shows usually on like a Wednesday or a Thursday, and so we were like, well, we'll go down Thursday, it'll be great, and we'll hang out. And then they announced, after we scheduled all this stuff, they announced that the iPhone wasn't coming out until 6 p.m. the next day.
Right.
So we just kind of went, I came back down to LA, I waited in line at the 3rd Street Promenade.
And you finally got one.
I did get one. So the story is I never wanted an iPhone. I thought iPhone, Python.
But you like it. You're happy with it.
Thing. I will say it's probably the best phone I've ever had.
But there's some issues.
There are issues.
We both agree on the issues, which is kind of funny because normally on Apple products it's not like that. We're always like,
well, because the issue isn't it's an Apple product. I mean, usually it's like, it's not like I'm choosing the iPhone over a Windows phone, even though there are Windows phones out there. It's not like it's a Microsoft phone that's going to be coming out in about 6 months.
No.
No, but I mean, come on. You know the Zune is going to come out with a phone. Yeah, the interface is amazing. It's very intuitive. All the shit that everybody talks about the iPhone all over the universe. I get my email on here, which is great. Love that. Surf the web, which is great.
And I'll have to say, when Steve Jobs said that it takes about a week to get used to the typing,
yeah.
What it comes down to more than anything else is that normally when you're typing on a traditional cell phone, and you're spelling out something, and you're thinking, okay, it's doing predictive text for me.
Right.
So it's auto-completing, but you have to make sure to hit the right letters.
Right.
With the iPhone, you have to forget that, and you have to think, you just have to complete the word, even if you're misspelling it, just keep going because it will know that you misspelled it and autocorrect it for you, even if you hit the wrong key altogether.
And there are some stuff, it really is the best way to do it. First off, you did see the thing where you hover over the word?
Yes.
It does a micro thing?
Oh, I love that. The magnifying glass?
When I first did that, I was like, oh, wow.
It's too hard to explain what it is for people that don't have it, but it's
if you do, you'll know what it is. But yeah, you got to kind of go blind. You got to do like cross-eyed, like you're looking at one of those 3D charts, you know? Just got to kind of go like, and then just start typing real fast. Then look back and make sure, like one of the things I said texting, and they wanted it to be replaced with testing. Although I will say that my first text, did I tell you about the guy who texted me?
No.
So it's like the first day I had the iPhone, it's like 11 o'clock, I just set it up, and all of a sudden I get this text. And it was like, yo, biatch, I waited in line 4 hours, I got mine, what up? And it sounded like you.
Oh, nice, thank you.
It sounded like something you would write me, so I thought you were writing me from your iPhone. So I wrote back, I was like, yo, what's up? I was like, I got mine, biatch. And he wrote back, he was like, yeah, man, I knew you'd have one. And I was like, that's weird, Kevin knows I have one. And so I wrote back, and I was like, this thing is so fucking rad. And I misspelled the word fuck, and it auto-corrected it
Oh, you
to
told
the
me
word
about that.
fuck.
You love the fact that it auto-corrected.
I was like, dude, because everybody, you type those things, so don't, I mean, all the other phones are like, oh, that's not a word. It's like, no, it is. You just don't want me to use it.
Right, and
for
if you're
whatever
going
reason.
that far into it, that's what you want to type. So it's like, why not have that as part
But
of
anyway,
the
it was
phone?
Liam.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, he never used his cell phone, so I'd never seen his number before.
Oh, that's funny.
Anyway, so overall, I think there's definitely some problems.
So just to throw out there, well, the story was about blending the iPhone. So if you haven't watched that video, go watch it. It's crazy. 7,300 people dug it. Nuts story. But the real thing, I have to say, like the top two complaints I have is that you should be able to send SMS messages to more than one person at a time.
Yeah.
That's huge. You have to have that.
That should be
Hopefully
top.
that comes into the software update.
Yeah.
The second thing is that you should definitely, after you take a picture, you should be able to not only email it, but also send it via MMS or the multi-messaging.
That doesn't make any sense to me why you couldn't attach it. Even if it comes up, I mean, it could come up as like a link and then you click it and there it is. I don't know.
It doesn't do any of that. So
yeah, there's a lot of that.
Suck.
Oh, photos.
What? Photos are great.
Photos do not work on the PC. I was shocked.
Email them to yourself.
What? I'm connected to my PC. It says photos. What would you like to sync? Why would I email it to myself?
Well, does it sync them back off of the device?
What I did is I went in because I was like, oh, I'll sync some photo. I mean, this is way into like using it as a phone and like, what do I want to do next? I'll put some music on it. Great. Put a video on there. Great. Let's put some photos on there. Great. Go to the Photos tab. Click. Sync my Photos folder. I had 700 photos on the Photos folder. Photos folder. It sounds like Photos folder. It was like singing, doing some stuff. Here it goes. And I was like, well, that's a nice voice to use. And so it said sunk. It doesn't say sunk, but it said synced.
Synced complete.
Synced complete. Yeah. And so I look on the phone. I was like, oh, great, all my 700. I was like, ooh, it's 15 images. Okay, I remember seeing 700 and some odd. Then I clicked on them, and they were all like warped, weird colors, like really weird shit.
Probably a Vista thing.
That's what I thought. So I was like, okay, so iPhone doesn't like to talk to Vista. So then I go, well, and it says, oh yeah, if you use iPhoto, it works perfectly. And I was like, well, of course they would make it work perfectly for iPhoto.
Right.
So then I said, well, what other like crap applications do I have to download to do it? And one of them was Adobe Photoshop album thing.
Don't mess with that stuff.
Well, but I was like, I want my photos, so I'll do it.
Do you really need your photos on your cell phone? No.
Oh, I love it, dude. When you call, like the pictures that come up, or
You can
all
take the picture.
Yeah, but what? I live in LA. You live in San Fran. I
you
have
can
10
right now.
pictures of you. Did you know that you can
Why do you
crop?
have pictures of me?
Do you know that
I don't
you-
have a single picture of you.
Dude, you do. Diggnation
No, I don't.
shoots. Diggnation shoots.
Okay, but it's not on this computer. But yes,
well, whatever.
I don't want them on my cell phone with me when I walk around.
Dude, you should, because then
Why
when
would
I
I
called,
want
it would be a
pictures of
picture of
you?
me from doing a show.
Yeah, but okay, I see what you're saying.
It's not as weird as you're making it seem.
No, I was just thinking like you have a collection of pictures of me on your phone.
No, too creepy. But the really cool thing about it is that you can zoom in and crop
I
photos.
saw that. Yeah, that's awesome.
Then you save that as a contact, and it saves the cropping.
Yeah.
But anyway, the photos on the PC suck ass, because I had to actually reformat all of them to smaller and then move them over.
Right, but the videos and everything else worked fine. Well, you have to buy the videos. Probably haven't done that yet.
What? It was all like blah, blah, blah.
You probably haven't bought any videos to sync to the iPhone yet.
Totally retro.
Oh yeah, you can do that podcast.
Yeah.
That's right.
Cool. Except only the small H.264, I don't know why.
Oh, we got to get that working right. It's not formatted right either.
Yeah, let's do that.
Anyway, next story is all yours.
Oh, yes.
Come here, this first story.
E3 2007. Yeah, how long have we been shooting? Jesus. E3 2007 Halo Wars gameplay footage. Now, E3 was this week. There was a lot of really cool stuff. E3 is way different than E3 was last year. Otherwise, we would have been shooting in front of E3. So 426 people dug the story, submitted by Old Time Gamer. Check out the latest Halo Wars gameplay footage from E3. The latest Halo RTS actually looks like something true RTS fans could be interested in. As for Halo fans, this could be the best 30 seconds of E3. I showed you the video. I don't know if you knew that there was a Halo RTS in the works.
I didn't until you showed me the video.
You're more of an RTS guy than me. What did you think?
I think the graphics look great, and I think that every single RTS that I've seen in the last year, I've always been impressed by the graphics. Because obviously, you've got this top-down view. It's not crazy like 3D town.
There is a town. It happens to be 3D.
But you know what I'm saying? Like they can get the missile smoke going now when there's little tracers and things like that. That footage always looks unbelievable. Whenever they show gameplay footage of RTSs, it's always going to look good. What it comes down to is the gameplay, obviously, and the controls. Like how quickly can you select groups? Is all that stuff like intuitive? Like, you know what I mean? Because that's where the subtleties lie between the different RTSs. Is kind of the way that you select troops, the way that you form formations, the way that they actually take damage, the different types of weapons, and the types of damage they do to troops.
Yeah.
I really didn't like
Halo?
Not Halo, but the Command and Conquer, the latest one.
Oh yeah,
I thought it was just a little too much stuff. Like the old school, like original Command and Conquers were awesome because they were so dead simple. I think my cat's about to jump off the freak. Come in, get inside.
That's right. She's cool.
Yeah, she's hanging out on the window. She's about to jump in. We're 2 stories high.
Well, cats land on their feet, just like you, just like you said. Yeah.
Practicing for the fire.
Yeah, I'm not an RTS fan. I like doing the head-to-head stuff, but I always feel like, I don't know, I'm always a run-and-gun kind of guy.
Right.
So I always feel bad, but...
Speaking of which, when is the new Cryo Force? Crisis coming out?
Crisis? It's soon.
Because that's when I'm going to have to buy a new PC. Like, that's what...
For the Crisis?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, have you seen...
I've seen. So anyway, so we're looking forward to more information. There was a bunch of other Halo 3 stuff. There was some Halo 3 in-game footage, not the multiplayer, but the actual first-person stuff, the actual single-player stuff, which looked really good.
That's good.
The multiplayer and the single-player were actually being designed by 2 different groups. So, because most people, when they saw the multiplayer for the 360, they were like, it's all right. But when you see the single-player stuff, it's like, wow, this is going to be a really cool game. And Halo movie trailer. Live action trailer.
Oh, no.
Yeah, they showed some stuff. I haven't seen it yet, but it's out there.
All right.
Next story, more E3.
Yes, had to cover this one. Nintendo announces Wii Fit step pad to get healthy. 1,032 people dug the story, submitted by Nin3on33. So that would be...
What?
Neon3. Neoni. He's spelling it with...
Neoni.
Yeah, Neoni.
3.
Nintendo has just announced a new Wii peripheral. It is a step pad type device which allows you to stand, sit, do push-ups and other aerobic exercises such as jumping rope. It's called Wii Fit. What do you think about this? It looks good.
Really?
I think so because
It is a square on the ground.
Right. with 2 independent sensors that can sense.
Oh, 2 sensors.
How
Wow.
your feet are like
Wow.
rotating. No, it's not like press and that's it. It senses like if you're leaning one way or the other. What? This is good. This gets kids off the couch, moving.
I'm not saying
stepping
fat
on
kids
things.
are good. Don't misconstrue me saying fat kids are good. I'm saying those fat kids need more than a new video game system.
I
They
don't
need some
know.
life-changing shit happening.
Well, this
they
might
need
be
to
the
meet
first
Shaq
step.
and go do their big challenge. That's what I'm saying.
There is yoga, so you can practice yoga on the mat. If you want
But
to,
who?
if you want to run and kind of do step aerobics.
You mean jog in place in front of a video game console?
Oh, there you are. There can be like a track and field type game that goes along with it, where if you run faster,
Yeah.
Dance Dance Revolution almost, kind of. You kind of have to step
There's
off.
also a pad. There's a pad for that anyway.
There's a pad on the ground that you can do that on.
I don't know. I feel like I wish it was a little bit more.
I'm definitely gonna get it. I mean, this will be fun. Like people will come over and they'll be like, "Oh, let me step
Hey,
in
let's
that."
do. Let me do 20 push-ups, and then watch some guy do 20 push-ups virtually. Like what? Okay, but do 20 push-ups.
It's good for
Watch
kids
TV.
that can't get to the gym. There's a lot of people that can't get to the gym, and this will help them.
First off, let's not get on some high horse here.
I know, it's
about
just-
the Wii Fit.
I know it's not. Gonna really
It's
do
interesting. It's got to be more than that for me. I don't know. The next thing
We
is
saw the
maybe
gun
more.
too.
Wii Zapper.
Yeah, the Wii Zapper. I mean, that looked pretty cool.
Did you
Duck
ever play
Hunt's coming back.
Besides Duck Hunt, I was actually just literally going to ask. Besides Duck Hunt,
Missiles shoot down.
a game called Missile Shootdown.
What's a
Old
game?
school
There
Missile
was a game
Shootdown.
where you had the bazooka on your shoulder,
Oh yeah.
and the missiles would come at you, and you have to shoot them down before they hit you.
Yeah, bazooka.
Yeah.
Bang bang bazooka.
That was
Down.
it.
It wasn't a missile shoot down. It's so stupid.
It wasn't
Bang,
bang bazooka.
Bang bang bazooka.
I love that you're calling it that. So that looks like it
I'm
could be a
interested,
fun
but
device.
what was the like light gun stuff? I mean, did you ever play like Time Crisis or like
I think the only thing I ever played was Duck Hunt.
House
really.
of the Dead? House of Dead? House of Dead?
Was
House
that
of the
any
Dead?
good?
It's all right. Area 51.
Yeah, but Duck Hunt kept me entertained for at least a couple of years.
Yeah, I know. The stupid ducks.
That was fun.
Although the Wario one that we played is pretty fun.
Yeah,
or
it is
Rayman
fun.
or whatever. Everybody loves Rayman. Next story. Geek Squad caught on video stealing porn from customers' computers. This is awesome. 6,090 people dug the story submitted by Pop Summer. Consumerist.com's Geek Squad sting operation caught a Geek Squad agent taking porn from their computer. They rigged a computer to make a video of itself capturing every cursor movement and every file accessed. Who knew that when you hand over your computer for to a repair technician, you'd be giving a stranger a veritable Pandora's box?
So let me get this
Yeah.
straight. Basically, this is someone that had personal porn on their computer.
They mocked it up.
Oh, they mocked it up.
So basically what they did was they took a computer and they basically started recording video of the desktop. And they showed this is the Geek Squad. So the Geek Squad turns it on and all of a sudden they're like looking at the file sizes of their personal folders to see if there's stuff in them. See, look, he
That's
checks the file sizes of the
creepy.
folders and goes, let's just see. And of course, the desktop is like 3 hot chicks in a cowboy hats all hanging out together, so obviously it's going to pique his interest. But then they find a picture folder and they find a video folder. So what does he do? He puts in his thumb drive, copies them over to his thumb drive.
No way.
Yeah, and all they were asked to do was install iTunes.
No way.
Yeah. Look at that. This is him copying it over to this is his thumb drive that he puts in. Copies it right there and calls it MISC.
Did he get? I mean, he must have got arrested for this.
Well, I don't know about arrested. What? I mean, you give him the computer. I don't know what.
Well, I mean, what do you mean? Someone's taking like your own personal files off of your computer?
There's nothing physical.
I mean, there's nothing physical.
If you give me this computer to fix and I take files off of this computer, I don't know if that's illegal.
Not illegal.
I mean, I hate to say it because I don't.
It's
That's
immoral.
it is immoral.
not illegal.
Thank you, Joey. But I don't think that's illegal. Right? Because you're going, here's my computer, please fix it. So that means you're giving
It
them
is-
access.
no,
You're
no, no.
giving them access to
I hear
all
ya.
your files.
I hear you.
You may not want them to keep a copy, but I don't know if theoretically it's illegal.
I think you could sue. I don't think you could put them in jail.
you could sue.
You could sue.
You could sue the fuck out of this.
Right.
You could sue and be like, what up? Hey, by the way, I've been recording you for suckers. And you probably can make some money from Best Buy because they don't want this shit in the public eye. You know
Yeah,
what I
but
mean?
you know, okay.
But illegal,
So,
I don't think it's illegal.
I worked at Best Buy when I was younger.
Yes.
And I was like,
I stole a lot of porn from a lot of really powerful people.
I was 17.
Still got it.
And I worked in their little computer repair bay,
Yeah.
and people brought their computers in all the time.
Right.
Digital cameras really they didn't have them back
Right,
then.
right,
The
right.
first digital camera came out when I was at Best Buy, and it was a VGA, like 640 by
crap.
40 crap
HP
that
thing,
batteries
yeah.
lasted like 10 minutes.
Right.
Anyway, so we didn't have this problem.
Oh, so that was the story. It was eloquent. That was
I'm
a
just saying,
meaty
like,
story.
I don't know. It is pretty shady. Anytime you take anything off people's computers that is like especially when it comes to like porn and stuff like that. I mean, that's personal stuff.
Well, first off, I think this is all a trap. I mean, obviously it's a trap. Especially the desktop background is like three
what were the
chicks. Like,
folders named? Like, don't look in here.
yeah, like personal folder.
Oh boy. Yeah.
like-
that's just, come on. That's entrapment.
What? How is that entrapment?
Dude, you have like,
Don't look here.
you have a geek that obviously most geeks.
So now you're going from that person should be in jail to, well, maybe it wasn't his fault. Maybe the porn was just too salacious.
Well, I'm just saying, if it's
That's
on
a
the
word I made
desktop,
up.
you boot up the computer, there's 3 folders that are like, hot women in these folders, do
It
not
doesn't
open up.
say that.
It is
It
practically
says
that.
my porn stash.
So, you see what I'm
Subtle.
saying. You see what I'm saying.
I do, but now, so
I'm
now
not-
that's
I'm not
okay?
taking- I'm
So
not
now it's
taking
okay?
I'm not taking that geek side. I'm just saying is like, you are really pushing your luck when you give this to a computer guy. I mean, come
All right,
on.
look, any computer guy's gonna see a picture of 3 hot chicks on the desktop and be like, I may have just scored the lottery. Because there's also a folder here that says pictures.
Right, and then
And
he
I know
goes
they're
in.
already hot.
So that's probably
It should have been like a bunch of goatsy so that when he like copied it over, it would have been like, no!
that would have been the joke on him. But I mean,
So now we've had Senior Flip Flop over here saying, yes, they should be sued then too. Well, anybody would have done it.
no, I'm just saying it was awfully like, for a geek, you are really going.
I know,
You're
it's-
not going that far to. I mean, when you put folders on the desktop that say like hot women here.
It doesn't say hot women here.
What did it say? I'm just really curious what the folders were because it looks like they had long titles. Pull it up. What does it say? We need that enhance button they have on TV shows.
Yeah, we need to be able to watch the
Where
porn.
just like everything is out of focus and then it's. It doesn't say what they called them. Oh, it just says videos.
Well, there were video. Oh, it just says videos. There you go.
Well.
Yeah, there you go. Oh, here we go.
Oh, here it is.
Wait for it.
That's it.
Other
Pics of-
pictures. Pics of Mike and me. Pics of Mike and me.
Vacation pics.
Vacation pics, other
other
pics, and then
pictures.
MPEGs. Or MP3s. MP3s is still
MP3s.
music too.
That is a little shady.
A little shady? Senior Puppet Pants? That's ridiculous.
No, I agree. I think it's bad.
Anyway, so don't go to Geek Squad. For the 50,000th time we've read articles about Geek Squad on this show.
And-
why are people still going to Geek Squad?
For our fans that are members of Geek Squad.
Keep up the good work.
Right.
Keep up the good work.
Nice job, gentlemen.
We support you 100% of the way. When off camera.
Right.
All right, next story.
Next story. Forget the iPhone. This is our last iPhone story. We promise till the end of time, hopefully. T-Mobile. Oh, speaking of which, go to dig.com/iPhone if you have an iPhone. Dig version of iPhone, very cool.
Yes.
Forget the iPhone. T-Mobile announces free calls via internet through Wi-Fi. 2,630 people dug the story submitted by Estiviv. Here's the basic idea. If you're willing to pay $10 a month on top of a regular T-Mobile voice plan, you get a special cell phone. But when it's in a
Special?
Wi-Fi wireless internet hotspot, the phone offers a huge bargain. All your calls are free. So when you go to dial, rather than going over the standard cellular network, which costs them money, you go over Skype-ish Wi-Fi, and your calls are free. That is awesome.
That is awesome.
$10 more.
However, I will retort.
Yes, devil?
I will retort as the devil, and I will
Devil's
come in
advocate?
and say, I rarely ever outside of my house or somebody else's house have this magical free Wi-Fi. Right? When was the last time you were like on the phone checking your email outside of your house and you were like, ooh, a free Wi-Fi spot?
Okay. Now,
I mean, maybe at a
I'm not
coffee
saying
shop.
this. I'm not saying this to be uppity about the area that I live in, because sometimes you get weird about that. but San Francisco has Wi-Fi all over the freaking place. And it's always open.
Okay, but
like the freaking burrito shop across the street has like you
no,
can
I know,
look
I'm on it right now. I'm on it right now. I'm always on it.
It's called like green chili Wi-Fi,
Yeah.
and it's free. It's open.
Right,
It's all
but what
over
I'm
the place
saying
here.
is, let's say you're having a conversation on the car.
Right.
You're driving down the street. I mean,
Automatically transfers
yeah, but to where? I mean, if
to
you
cellular
transfer,
network.
right?
The
but
handoff is seamless.
Right, but all I'm saying is,
I don't know if that's
then
true,
why?
but
That's probably not true. But why? But then why are you paying $10 extra?
Well, you're paying $10 extra so
I'm just saying, as
all right,
again,
so let's say you talk a lot.
I'm
Right.
reconverting
And
here.
I'm hearing your devil's advocate point of view. And what I'm saying is, if you spend a lot of time at your office, you have
True.
Wi-Fi there.
Home.
If you spend a lot of time at home,
True.
You're a stay-at-home father.
Very
then,
PC of you.
Then you
I
might
saw you make that decision.
then you might want to jump on your phone and get free no minutes.
Dude, if it was
Phone
free, no
calls.
minutes phone calls,
But then
I'm
you can
on
just
the
use
Wi-Fi.
Skype or Vonage, but Vonage is out of business now. Is Vonage dead?
I don't
Vonage
think
is
it's dead. I think
Nobody
it's just,
uses it.
Well, no, but that's why it's not dead, but nobody uses it.
People are freaking out about Vonage. Anyway.
Scoop.
So interesting. Check it
Interesting.
out. Send us an email if
Usable.
you do use it. I'm just curious. Like
Yeah.
put in I use T-Mobile $10 in the subject line.
And then give us $10.
Right.
Okay. It's a great subject.
Yep.
Microsoft announces 3-year, 360, by that I mean 360, warranty extension. 2,362 people dug the story submitted by Midway Media. Finally, Microsoft taking care of the 3 red ring circus of a console. So, the red ring of death is very common. Unfortunately, very common for the 360. They said something like 30% of the units will give you a red ring of death at some point.
Are you serious?
Yeah, they said 30% of the units.
I haven't turned on my Xbox in a while.
It's a flaw that was built in originally that nobody noticed. It's not any danger, but it can crap out on you. Liam's crapped out on him. But it used to be that... I'm going to play with the cat a little bit more. It used to be that... in order to get it repaired, you would have to ship your Xbox back to Microsoft and give them $100 and they would repair it.
That sucks.
Right. And finally they just went, that sucks.
Right.
So they ended up basically saying every unit will be able to be shipped for free, fixed for free, sent back for free. All of that is done for freezies. For 3 years of the life of your console.
That's awesome, but it's going to cost them $1 billion.
$1.7 billion.
That's even more than $1 billion. For Microsoft though, you really don't care. You're doing it.
It's a drop in the $1 billion bucket.
It's a great service to the community to say,
Yeah.
hey, you know what? We effed up. We'll fix your Xbox for free. We'll extend your warranty.
Well, people are saying they should have done this as soon as it came out of the box and freaking broke.
But you know what? They had to take a look at the... It's better than just denying it altogether, which they could have done. They could have said, well, yours broke. Sorry.
Yeah, agreed.
Did you see how much money Microsoft has in the bank? Do you know how to do that?
No.
If you go to finance.google.com, and then
you can look in people's bank accounts?
Well, dude, you just look at how much free cash they have. They have to report that because they're a public company. Go to finance.google.com and then type in the stock symbols like MSFT, and then you can go in here and see how much, let's see here, their balance sheet,
current assets,
cash flow, hold on, net change in cash. Anyway, last I checked, it was a crap ton of money. There it is, 41 bajillion.
Is that a bajillion?
No, I don't know.
No, it is 41 billion.
It was like 250 billion or something like that, or something crazy.
Dude, epic. You know what? Good company. If you
Maybe it
can
wasn't that
handle,
much.
if you can stay out there with that much cash, good for you.
They have a lot of cash.
Yeah. So anyway, good for them for owning up, but bad for them for needing to, as we said. Next story.
Next story. Pulling it up. Hack lets you access pay sites for free by disguising your browser as GoogleBot.
I thought it was distinguishing as well.
Isn't that weird? 4,335 people dug the story submitted by Elliot2000. Many free base sites allow Google's bot free access. My voice is still changing, sorry. In order to get their pages
bot.
indexed. Ooh. A simple hack tells the site you're visiting from the Google bot. So this is really interesting because there was 2 stories on Dig in the last week about this.
Yeah.
And they both use different methods for getting free access. So
right, because one of them uses Firefox's Who Am I extension or something like that.
Anyway,
go ahead.
Right.
Keep going.
All right. So the 2 ways to do this are, one, You pretend that you're a GoogleBot, and you can basically fake it into thinking that if you're a GoogleBot, you're allowed to get on the web and go around and browse.
Right.
So there's software to do that. The other one is basically when you're at the airport, what you do is that once all these people pay for free internet access, their MAC address is authorized to pull up web pages for the amount of time that they're logged on. So what you do is you sniff the internet and you look for active users that are on the internet that are communicating with these Wi-Fi access ports.
Yeah.
You get those other MAC addresses of clients that are accessing it, and then you clone the MAC address onto your own machine. And
That's epic.
For those people that don't know, a MAC address is a unique number that is tied to any network card that is sold has a unique MAC address associated with it. So what you're doing is you're basically saying, I see that Alex is on the Wi-Fi, get your MAC address, clone it, make it my own, and then we can both use the same internet connection that you're paying for. But you don't have to know about it because you could be sitting down the way, down two terminals down, and I could be using your internet or your paid internet and jump on.
I love that.
So, couple different stories. My cat just took out Joey's handbook. Why is Jerry the handbook here?
He's
keeping
working.
track of
Business.
He's probably plotting to kill us.
He's like, ha ha ha, kill cat.
That's right.
Oh, the cat took my plans, damn it. You're smarter than you look, pussy.
All right. So that's how to get free Wi-Fi.
Cool. The story wasn't really about that, but we're very excited that we had a little hack lesson.
Right.
Which is very nice. All right. How about we kick some sponsors in the crotch for thanking, and that'll be a big thank you.
Yes.
GoDaddy.com. Get your .com name for just $1.99 with any new non-domain purchase. Plus, it's a special Diggnation viewer, which you all are. I'm going to stop using that joke. Enter code DIG2 at checkout and save $5 off your order of $30 or more. Get your piece of the internet. GoDaddy.com.
One thing I will say about GoDaddy that was really cool. Don't use the secret extra. This is new for GoDaddy. It's not new, actually. It's the first time I've used it. But I always like to talk about when we actually use GoDaddy services because they appreciate that, and I do too because I think they're great services.
Yeah.
We are trying to, so at Pounce, we want to put our logo when people check out for PayPal. And so we have to have a secure server to do that.
Yeah.
So you have to buy a certificate in order to do that.
Yeah.
And so GoDaddy sells secure certificates for any domain name. And it was like $15 a year, $14.99 a year, which is really cheap.
That's cool.
So anyway, I got a secure certificate through GoDaddy, which is the first time I've ever done anything like that. So cool that GoDaddy offers that as well. So
very secure.
It's there. Oh, and I used the code DIG2, and I got the discount. I somehow feel like we're cheating them every time I use
Because it's us?
Yeah,
You're doing it? I
just
do
got a
too.
discount.
Still use them.
All right. That was my little GoDaddy piece.
Yep.
GV, the community for user-submitted video games. Think of it as the YouTube for gamers. Visit GV, that's GeeVee.com. And you can go there to browse, hang out, check, vote on the videos. Basically, if you're a gamer and you use Fraps and you capture gameplay footage, crazy things that you might be doing, high scores, breaking the game,
crazy,
unlocking certain things that you think are important to unlock.
Yep. You know how games are.
Then you upload that to GV and you can rate them and share them with other people on that site. We've been running a contest for them.
Yes.
For everyone to upload their favorite gameplay footage.
Did we pick a winner this week?
I think we have a winner. It was, let me pull it up right here so I can show it to everyone else.
Yeah.
We are having a slow internet day.
No,
it reforwarded. It reforwarded the main page.
It's not that one.
All right. Let us...
Well, while Kevin is finding it's the airplane one. Find the airplane one.
All right.
We are also going to announce a winner for the VAV Octavio 1... quiet your PC. The VAV Octavio 1 Zune player. We asked you guys to show your awesome Diggnation verve, as it were, and we would send you one of those awesome VAV, which is VAF. Octavio. We have a winner, and it's Steve Hammonds from Broken Arrow, Oregon. I think it's Oregon. No, or what's the other thing? Oklahoma, Tulsa, Oklahoma. He writes in, guys, this has to be a winner. It is. I own a sign company in Tulsa, Oklahoma area, and I tricked out my black Dodge Magnum with a Diggnation logo, and yes, it has a Hemi. Totally blacked out, dark tint, booming stereo, etc. Check out the process of it being stuck to the car. That's the one. So you'll know that it's not Photoshop. He drove it around town, got lots of looks. This is intense. I'm so excited. Well, I'm so excited that he did that to his car.
we've never seen a car wrapped with anything Diggnation before. This is like the first thing. Maybe a sticker. We saw a sticker before.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't even know if we saw that. Yes. Oh, what? No. We have the winner for the GV TV thing.
Yes.
But we want to thank you, Steve. We want to thank you, Steve, for submitting your stuff, and thanks everybody else for submitting to the competition as well. And also, we'd like to thank the VOV guys for sending us over a free sample to send to you.
Yes. And now that we have the page
Internet's
pulled up,
working.
let me start over on the GV
Holy
TV.
Jesus.
Yeah, so this is the video that won the contest. Basically, it's Battlefield 2 stunt, and they call it the loop bail. And it's basically a really hard to do trick with the fighter plane where he goes up, stalls the plane, watch this, and then floating back down backwards.
And then bails out.
Isn't
Dude,
that cool?
that's epic.
That's awesome.
Who submitted that?
Submitted by Cool Lettuce.
Nice. And the category is pwned.
There you
I
go.
love that the company has a category called pwned.
Nice.
So Cool Lettuce, congratulations. So that's it for the sponsors. Correct. Kevin,
Yep,
correct.
we are
Okay,
done.
so let's hit emails. Before we do the emails, we do want to mention that the TRS crew and also the iFanboy bunch and possibly Heather from Control Chicken, not sure yet. We're all going to be down at Comic-Con, although I think Patrick might even come. I just talked to him today.
Comic-Con.
Possibly, but we don't know. But anyway, we're going to be at Comic-Con for a little bit of a drinks meetup Friday night starting at 8 o'clock at this bar called Basic in San Diego. You can check out information. I think it's barbasic.com. We also have an upcoming .org thing that we'll post in either the front page or we'll post it in the forums so that you guys can RSVP and meet us there. Comic-Con. Yeehaw!
Nice. My browser.
Emails. So the first email is from Zach. He says, "Dear Kevin and Alex, you guys have skateboarded before, and you still snowboard. Have you ever tried surfing?
I have not.
You guys live in Cali. I was wondering if you had any experience with that. Love the show, Zach from Arizona. You have not?
No.
I have. I was actually just thinking about getting back into surfing.
So you started doing the whole, not kayaking, but the whole captain of the ship thing. What is that?
Sailing.
That's it.
Yes. Or captain of the shipping.
Right.
Yes. Did sailing.
Really?
I think I'm kind of done with sailing.
Because I saw Brentano has like a picture of him like sailing.
Brentano loves sailing. For me, I love the act of like getting the sail, rigging the sails, getting the shit going, locking it in, figuring out what the wind is, doing looping all the stuff, and then I'm just like, so that way for an hour and a half? Okay, all right. And then it's this. This is sailing.
Yeah, but it's got to be fun to go out there and like hang out with your
It's
girl.
great. No, it's great.
have
Well,
a
she doesn't.
picnic.
She's not big. Picnics not so much. When you're going like this,
Oh, it's a lot of rocking.
eating a sandwich,
You
and
need
you're
to
like,
get a yacht then, dude. You need to get a yacht.
dude, the last boat we took out was a 34-foot boat.
Yeah, but you need like a couple 100-foot boat.
Oh, you mean a cruise liner?
Right.
Sorry, I was misconstrued. I mean sailing, cruise liner.
I mean like a powered boat, not a like wind powered. I mean like.
I agree. I think
like the Puff Daddy video ones.
I agree. Yes,
Right.
I want to roll it down to Florida with smoking some weed. Like a Puff Daddy video.
I love that you say that.
That's what I want to do. That's the song, isn't it? Rolling down to Florida, puffing on weed. Not a song.
No, it's not a song.
Should be. Be
All
awesome.
right.
Party.
That was great.
But anyway, Zach, I'm gonna try. I want to start surfing again.
I don't have a picture, by the way. I just had to restart my browser. Did you have the picture?
No, I took.
Well,
I
we
got
showed
this
that.
one.
I seriously, my browser just crashed. I just restarted it.
You're a person poo.
So.
Well, anyway, that's it for this week's edition of Diggnation.
Yes.
I'm Alex Albrecht.
I'm Kevin Rose.
Oh, until next time, we would like to thank a few people for supporting the beer cause.
Like Simon Pierce.
Simon Pierce, Megan Franklin, Timothy Purdy, and Eric Hosmer.
Yes, and next live show, beer's on us.
Painting!
Or you guys.
You guys.
Right.
You guys.
Later.